It is going to be a red letter day at the Supreme Court today, where Army Chief General V.K. Singh's age Rao petition comes up for hearing. The hearing is crucial given that the centre will spell out its stand as to whether it is withdrawing its order that had rejected the statutory complaint or not. Now, sources have told Times Now that the Army Chief's documents are contradictory.
In the course of the last 1 week, since the very first Supreme Court hearing in the Army Chief age Rao, both the government and General V.K. Singh have readied themselves further for the legal fight. On Wednesday, if the Army Chief filed more documents in support of his plea, the government also sought the opinion of the Attorney General on what its next step should be, considering the Supreme Court's questioning of the process which it said had been vitiated in dealing with the Chief's age.
What has happened to that query that we had raised? Second point is that it's not going to be resolved in a day. It will carry on, take some time because both the sides have to be heard.
The Supreme Court also asked the government to clarify on its December 30 order that rejected the Army Chief's contention that his actual date of birth was the 10th of May 1951. Essentially a preliminary hearing, it could become clearer today whether the Supreme Court will in fact entertain the Army Chief's writ petition. Bureau Report, Times Now.
Well, joining us live for more on the story is Srinjoy Chaudhary and Meenakshi. Meenakshi, you're outside the Supreme Court. Meenakshi, last time the government really had taken a beating, especially in terms of the order that was given by the Defence Ministry. Now, what really are the options before the government today?
Well, that's a very interesting question. You rightly pointed out last time the matter came up for consideration, the government was clearly pushed on the back foot by the Apex Court's tough questions. Remember, the Apex Court had questioned the decision-making process itself. It had raised several questions of administrative law. Now, the Apex Court had also remarked that it was vitiated the decision-making process, alongside commenting that it was a violation of principles of natural justice, pertaining to the fact that the Attorney General's opinion was sought again after he had, in the first time, made his position clear. Now, those were the observations of the court, and today the centre, the ball is on the centre's court to really revert back and convince the Apex Court about its stance. Obviously, the centre, for understandable reasons, legally speaking, is keeping its cards close to the chest, but we have been given to understand that the centre believes very strongly on the merits of his case. Also, alongside, what is important is the fact that just 2 days back, prior to this crucial hearing, the Army Chief had filed some additional documents to enhance his case, so to speak, before the Apex Court. So it's a crucial hearing given the fact that the Supreme Court had really posed some tough questions to the centre. The centre seemed discomforted while answering those questions. How today the matter moves forward, what really the top court's views would be, because remember, the top court will also pose some difficult questions which V.K. Singh's counsels will now have to field. Alongside, they will also have to convince the top court of the merits of their case. So it will be an interesting sequence of events that we are waiting to see as soon as the matter comes up for consideration somewhere around post 11:30, and it will be only then we'll have some sense of clarity about how things move forward.
Right, do stay with us, Meenakshi. Srinjoy, if I could come to you now, as Meenakshi was also pointing out, on Wednesday there were some documents that the Army Chief had filed in court to support his claims. Now, there are different reports coming out on those documents, sources claiming that some of those documents are contradictory. Could you take us through that?
Well, very simply, the last time the Supreme Court met, it was seen as a victory for the Army Chief, simply because it was widely expected that it would be footballed to the Armed Forces Tribunal by the Supreme Court, which it wasn't. It would be dismissed outright, which it wasn't. So, in that sense, there is a momentum as far as the Army Chief is concerned. And now you have all these documents that have come. The point is that there is still a long way to go as far as this case is concerned. Now, the Army Chief, even today, his side will basically make 2 or 3 points. The first being, of course, that this is not about an additional 10 months in service. He says that he was born in 1951, and it is up to the Supreme Court to decide from the evidence when he was actually born. So that is the important point. The second point, of course, is the point that has been made by the court already. The fact that it is not about a change in date. The dates are already there. It is just the fact that one part of the army says that he was born in 1950 and the Adjutant General's branch, as opposed to the Military Secretary's branch, says that he was born in 1951. Now the idea is to reconciliate these dates. It's not about changing dates. That is the important point that the Army Chief's side will make today, that this is not about changing of dates. Yes, you can't change dates 2 years after you become a part of the government, but this is not about changing dates, because the date of 1951 was present right from the beginning. So that is the argument that his side will make, and we will have to see whether that is acceptable or not to the court.
Right, of course, that hearing begins at about 11:30 this morning in the Supreme Court. Crucial day today. Thanks very much for joining us, both of you.